Oh, now my Witcher review. I guess this is more people. I know I shouldn't have talked about it earlier because I'm more people, so I'll go over this real quick. I watched The Witcher last night. I only watched the first episode. I think I actually said this because I want to, jerk myself off. I think I said before that the most important thing for The Witcher, it was going to come down to the writing. That like the subject matter is fascinating, the characters are there, like everything is right there. What it's going to come down to is the writing. And I was pretty let down by episode 1. I hope it gets better, but doing anti-heroes is really, really, really hard. To do an anti-hero well, they have to be pretty fleshed out to feel like it's not just like an edgy fucking shonen, like whatever warrior, in my opinion. Like, if we try to think of, like, good examples of, like, anti-heroes, somebody like the Hound, like, has done sufficiently enough kind of bad, shitty actions that he earns his kind of, like, anti-hero-ish status where he becomes, like, the protector of, like, Arya and shit. So I'm sure we could find, that's just, like, the number one thing that comes to mind or whatever. Like, I'm sure we could find other, like, anti-heroes in popular media, too, but, like, yeah, I don't know. You're racking up quite the muted donation. Good. Geralt isn't an anti-hero. Would I consider Geralt in The Witcher an anti-hero? I feel like almost by definition, I think we would consider Geralt an anti-hero. No, like, he doesn't strictly follow good. He usually tries to choose between kind of the lesser of two evils. But I think in general, like, Witchers are like kind of morally indifferent to what goes on in the world unless they have like some personal stake in something. Like, I think that Geralt falls on the good side, which is why I would say he's an anti-hero. He's not just a mercenary. So people are saying he's a mercenary. He's not just a mercenary. Like, he clearly has a bend towards something. But like, I think he plays into being like kind of an anti-hero a bit, I would say. I think that the actor does a really good job. The guy that plays Superman, I don't know, I should know the guy's fucking name, that played Geralt, Henry Cavill. He does a really, really, really good job. That's actually, that actor is probably the most disappointing thing to me in this whole show, because I actually feel like he could fucking kill it as Geralt, but I just feel like the writing's not that good. But he feels like a Geralt of Rivia. He feels like he could do it really well. But I don't know. Fuck. The dual plot they did, I felt like they introduced all that royal shit way too early. I always cringe really hard in a show when you're trying to give me like when you're trying to like cry and show like sad things for characters that I don't give a fuck about. I guess that like I guess that like I'll be I'm spoiling the first episode. Fuck off. But like when you're crying because like that woman's husband gets killed, and when you're crying because she's dying, like, I don't give a fuck about any of these people. Like, you haven't shown me anywhere near enough for me to care about these people at all. I need like, give me like at least one episode. Like, please give me like fucking one episode to like at least like these people a little bit before you have these long like 20-second shots of a character getting killed that I've seen for a total of like 2 minutes of screen time, you know? It's triple plot, Yen, Geralt, and Ciri all separate. I know that I've seen Geralt and Ciri. Wait, what is the Yen plot in the first episode? Have we seen that yet? Did I just totally miss that? Oh, it's episode 2. Were the fight scenes at least good? The fight scenes with Geralt were probably some of the best I've ever seen in a television show before. They were movie quality. That was really cool too. When Geralt kills like the village full of people and then fights the girl especially, it was like movie quality easily. Very, 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 very good. You can tell that like the money like went towards that part. Holy shit. Yeah, I cared. I don't like that they dropped Geralt's meme speech way too early. It would have made way more sense if they really wanted to throw it down on episode fucking 1. At least it would have made sense as a voiceover when he's walking away through the crowd, because now you've seen him make kind of a morally gray decision in terms of like killing the girl, I guess. Like, it would have made more sense there to throw that down at literally the first serious sequence of lines he gets is like a little cringy. Like, Jesus, I don't know. I found it strange how Geralt spent the whole third episode playing Gwent in a tavern to get a rare card. Yeah. So how did you like it overall? If the first episode is an indicator of things to come, I'm pretty sad. Hopefully, but people say it picks up a lot after episodes like 3 or 4. So we'll see. What about the dialogue / writing turned you off from liking it more? It felt like a little bit too. Geralt just felt a little bit too edgy in episode 1, and it felt like there were too many. Like meme stereotypes or whatever, like the girl telling the guy like, oh, like calm down, like for the Witcher, blah blah blah, and then like all of Geralt's lines felt like ultra, like Geralt to me feels like you take Solid Snake and you run him back like several hundred years into like a medieval time and make him into a Witcher. Like Geralt and Solid Snake, like Snake, seem like very similar characters to me, and that he's way more chill and cool, whereas it seemed like he was just a tad too dark or edgy in the beginning episode, where he's not like quite as like chill. Yeah, it's like a little bit too many tropes. I don't know, fuck, I wish if I had Netflix on my computer, I would unlist stream it, we could just watch the episode and I could kind of go through some of it, where like the lighting was just like a little cringy, like how quickly, or not the writing, how quickly he was like fucking the girl and like talking to the horse and everything, like I don't know. Here's something. I wish I had like there's a name for this type of shot. For some reason, every time I see a shot like this in a film, I don't like it. There's like, I don't know who did this. They did this a lot in the Death Note movie. When you take the camera and then you move it down and then you like tilt it diagonally. I don't know why, but every time I see a shot like that, I think like, this is a shitty fucking shot. Why do you think a Dutch angle, whatever it is, I don't like it. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. Every time I see it, I'm like, why are you doing this? It's fucking stupid. It's not artsy. It's not good. Fuck this shit. That might just be me being like a super like pleb of movie shit, or whatever. I don't know. I don't, but whatever. I think the fight scenes with Girl were really good. Yeah, so far. I've only watched episode 1. Didn't the sets and costumes seem too clean and fake in comparison to Game of Thrones? I am totally bullshitting off of just what I've seen, and I could be completely fucking wrong, but it feels to me like there's a lot more CGI in this than there were in Game of Thrones. I don't think you notice, like overtly, I don't think you notice set design as much, but I think Game of Thrones had some of the best set design that I've ever seen in my entire life. The uniforms and the makeup and costumes, and then the actual sets themselves in Game of Thrones was just so unbelievably fucking amazing that any type of downgrade like feels bad. And The Witcher is definitely a downgrade. It feels like in The Witcher, it feels like a lot more is green screened, whereas like in Game of Thrones, it feels like, I don't know like how many of these are shot real, but like everything is so good. The sound design is like really good, like the clanging of like the armor and everything that goes on, the sounds of the characters moving around. Like I feel like this whole set is real. It's possible there's green screen shit in here, but if it is, they do it really well. But like the fires, the swords, the armors, how dirty everybody looks, the hairstyles, like everything, like and then the set itself, like everything in the background, the old dusty, dirty shit, the wood, like everything feels, the lighting, everything feels so good on every Game of Thrones set. It's done so fucking well. Holy shit. Whenever they're in like whenever they're doing like any talking like in Fort, is it Castle Black or whatever? Like all of these sets are so well done, are so cool. The Witcher is not at that point, nowhere near. Like coming off of Game of Thrones and then watching like The Witcher, you're nowhere near that. But yeah. The colors in The Witcher also seem way more stylized, while Game of Thrones is very flat. I actually disagree. I don't know if I would say Game of Thrones is flat. I mean, I feel like we have this blue tint anytime we're in the north. I feel like anytime we're in the south, I know anytime we've crossed, where is it that Oberyn is from? That one sand snake place? I feel like, or when we see Daenerys, I feel like there's like consistent color schemes that go on intentionally or not in Game of Thrones. Dorne, yeah. Is there a place online that has like The Witcher episode 1 where we can just like look at some of the shots? God, is it Henry Cavill is his name? This actor is fuck. I hope it gets better. I feel like in this guy is a really, really, really good Geralt. I hope that the rest of the show gets better because, man, he does a really good job. The voice is on point. The attitude is on point. He looks the part really well. Man, I hope that the rest of it just gets better. What was I saying? Oh, I have a mattress. I just don't have like a frame to like put it in. Oh, it was when he went to like walk into a door. He went to walk through like the door, and there was like a weird Dutch angle. It just felt like weird. Okay, here's a question again. I have to ask this every fucking time because I'm really worried that I'm just becoming a boomer and I'm getting old. Did you guys have a problem in this episode where you had to rewind because some of the voice lines were like inaudible, like you just couldn't hear them? It's actually, I hate to say this, but like I actually appreciate it so much now when I watch a movie and I can hear every voice line. I'm like, wow, I could hear every single thing that was said. It's not even the accents. Like, it's just the sound mixing. Like, I didn't listen with headphones. I was listening with my laptop speakers. Like, ugh. In older movies, this is never a problem. I finally watched Forrest Gump recently, because I just never seen the movie. And I don't know, I can hear everything in that movie pretty well, what they're talking about. But this is like a AAA fucking Hollywood movie like fight scene for like just doing like a TV show. All of this stuff is done like really well, I would say. Like at a way higher quality than what I would expect it to be. Some of the CGI is like not like maybe the best, like him chopping the dude's head off there, but I would expect to see like way more cuts or whatever and stuff like this, I would say. And then especially like his little meme shit. Oh, he only uses his little magic powers like one time in this episode. He has way more shit than that. I don't know why he doesn't do it more. I would have expected a bigger introduction to his like magic shit when he's fighting the monster in the very beginning. He tried to use his mind control. Oh, sure, but like I don't think you really can tell, right? Do they have his fight? Oh, fuck. The fight with the girl is shot like really, really well too. I had headphones and I couldn't hear what Ciri and the King dude were talking about behind the Queen. Oh, yeah, I missed that a few times, yeah. He doesn't use it in the books much. The author tries to make really hard to make magic very taxing. Wait, are you telling me that in the books, Geralt doesn't run around spamming Quinn to win every single fight without ever getting hit? Quinn. Is it Quen? Is it Q-U-I-N? What was it? Quinn? Q-U-E-N? Oh, and then also, I'm sorry, maybe because Melina was with me and I wasn't focusing as much like on trying to understand, or maybe because I couldn't hear things. Is this girl actually a mutant? Or is that like, because she tried to make it sound like she wasn't, but I think she is, right? Yes, she is. Okay, so she is like actually a mutant. So this girl basically works at the bidding of the sorcerer guy, right? But Geralt doesn't want any of them to kill anybody. He just wants her to run away. And the reason why she attacks Geralt is because he would stand between her and the sorcerer? Is that why? Or why does she try to kill Geralt? He chose the sorcerer. She was going to kill the townspeople until the sorcerer guy came out. Oh, but then the townspeople fought him instead? Okay. This show needs la 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 la. Oh, the fucking. This is really well done for like a TV show, I would say. For this being like a TV show fight scene, this is probably the best I've seen outside of Game of Thrones, I would say. You've almost got the la 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 ladies in the background. For some reason, blood spatters are really hard to do well. I don't know why. You would think that'd be an easier thing, but yeah, but doing like good blood splatters is apparently like a really, really high budget thing. I don't think they can use the exact same music. I'm sure they could have licensed it if they wanted to, but... One thing that I also wish that we could just all agree on rules for, because it makes it hard for me to understand the dramatic pacing of a scene. I wish we could draw a consistent set of rules for whether or not somebody is actually dying. Because, like, human bodies in movies are just, like, totally whatever. Like, if you're watching a Western, some dude that gets shot in the stomach is dead instantaneously. A shot through the stomach is like a fucking tank round to the head. And like, I didn't actually know... Like, there were a lot of things I was wondering here. Like, I didn't know if she was dead here. I had no idea that this meant he killed her. Like, I thought that he was, like, just, like, kind of, like, attacking her again and, like, telling her to, like, yo, chill. I had no idea she was supposed to be dead. Because, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck. Did he, like, cut her throat? I guess, well, I mean, you see later that he did. But, like, that gets a little bit annoying. She's dead? Yes. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, oh, yeah, see, so, like, you guys can't tell either, right? That part wasn't super clear to me either. Yeah, I don't know. It gets a little bit annoying, I guess. Wait, why is she dead? Why did he kill her? Well, because she kept attacking him. And because she's going to, like, kill all the people in the city. Game of Thrones weren't that good. Lots of cutting away cameras. Oberyn's fight. Oberyn's fight was sick as fuck. Cuts alone. I know we all watch that every frame of painting video, but just because there are lots of cuts doesn't necessarily make it bad, okay? Oberyn shit was sick as fuck. This was easily the best choreographed fight, save for maybe the Hound and Brienne, and like all of Game of Thrones. Fuck yes, I will fucking jerk the show off forever because of the first, like, because of how cool the first 4 seasons were. Fuck, Oberyn is so god. I swear we watch this every week, and we're gonna continue to watch it every week until they redo seasons 5 through 10. Oberyn is the only good... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I should have, like, a false advertising alert. This is the only fight scene like this that you will see in all of Game of Thrones. You will never see anything like this because nothing... Although, to be fair, most, like, fighting with, like, big broadswords and shit isn't going to be, like, spectacular, like, with, like, a spinning spear or whatever. Oh, wait. There was one other one that was pretty cool. It was the one guy versus the one guy. Not Bran. Brom? Is it Brom or Bran? Bran? Fuck! Why do I always mix all these guys' names up? It's Braun. Braun. What? Just this one. Oh yeah, where he kills this dude? Oh, hey, here's a fun fact. You may have missed this when you watched this the first time. I know I missed it. I didn't realize this, but when this guy clearly loses the fight, because Bronn is easily one of the coolest fucking people in Game of Thrones. I guess it's customary at the end of, like, fights like this, where you have, like, the person, like ask for mercy so that he doesn't kill the fighter. That's what Bronn is waiting for here when he's looking at the lady. He's waiting for her to ask for mercy. But she doesn't. You hear someone in the audience shout it. I had no idea. I had no idea for that. And she doesn't say shit. Oh my god, I think I have to see this movie. It sounds legendarily horrible. It was...